Breaking news. To defeat the United States, Putin needs a multipolar world. This is an excerpt from Professor Scarvara's recently published book, El Porvenir del Viejo Mundo, published by Ariel. Try to convince yourself that despite China's and America's dominance and Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Europe is capable of taking the lead. Putin needs a multipolar world to defeat the United States. Source: author's own work utilizing Midjourney and Wikimedia assets. Don't miss out on this. The double standards of defending Ukraine but not Palestine. There is no way the United States or China can woo the South. Global submarine cables, internet choke points are a battleground between China and the United States. Saudi Arabia is no longer afraid to challenge the United States. This is how the United States' new alliances counter China. The United States has shaped the playing field in international relations since the fall of the Berlin Wall. The world went from being bipolar to unipolar in an absurdly short amount of time. However, a new narrative has emerged as a result of the changes brought about by the globalization process. A story that has captured the attention of Russian President Vladimir Putin. Putin has promoted this new understanding of nations in the global context in a number of speeches, even sparking discussions about how to apply this understanding to international law. A multipolar international relationship system is currently developing. It's an objective process that can't be stopped even if we tried. It's happening right before our eyes. Russia and many other countries hold that this democratic and more just global order must be built on the basis of mutual respect and trust and, of course, on the generally accepted principles of international law and the United Nations Charter. Putin has every right to emphasize that the world's tide has changed in the past few decades and that there have been many new players on the international stage for quite some time, even if his actions contradict these words to the participants of the International Legal Forum in St. Petersburg on June 30, 2022, 4 months after having given the order to attack Ukraine. Some numbers will help illustrate this shift. The G7 countries' share of global GDP will fall from 65% in 2000 to 45% in 2021, while China's share will rise from 4% to 18% during the same time period, India's from 1.4% to 3.3%, and Russia's from 0.8% to almost 1.9%. However, it is also noteworthy that the Russian president uses the concept of multipolarity with the intention of countering the concept of unipolarity, which is linked to the hegemonic position of superpower that the United States holds. On the other hand, a world with a multilateral international political organization, one that reflected a rules-based global order and tended toward global cooperation through organizations mutually accepted by all countries, would be more likely to survive the dynamic created during the Cold War by the confrontation between the United States and the Soviet Union.